Hi everybody. Yep, well today we're going to look at Odessa Catacombs. They're in Ukraine, and what it was is, I don't watch the news or anything like that, but what it is my television is stuck on this channel. It has loads of historical things on it, and well, historical we'll say, and it shows abandoned machinery and stuff like that. And today they were talking about these catacombs. They said that they are the biggest in the world. So we have a few pictures and things up. So Odessa city is in Ukraine. So I thought that was quite interesting, that the biggest place with catacombs is in Ukraine. Maybe this is how they do it. They use these tunnels because this is so long. I think there's a picture of a map of it in a minute. People lived down here. Some of them, they say, were like soldiers trying to get away or whatever it was. They talk a little bit in the video in a minute, which I copied off the television, but I didn't have enough time to do any more, so I thought I'd go and look it up. But there you go. So it's obviously more in kilometres, less in miles, about 1,500 to 1,900 miles of caves, tunnels, all under the ground where people lived. They're putting it all, and if you lived there, you didn't see daylight, you know, it could cause you to go mad and all that. But you know, when did they make these caves, really? And you know, we've already done the caves at Beddington, where Mickey lives, in Carlshulton. So these caves are everywhere. This whole labyrinth of stuff under our feet. I just think that's incredible. What, did we just live underground? Did something happen and we had to live underground? Or why is there all this underground stuff? And it's so much of it, and so brilliantly made. It's still there hundreds of years later, and yet we don't use it. What we're going to do is we're going to play the video now. I hope it plays okay, because obviously I can't put it on the telly. But every now and again you have to do these things. But I was absolutely amazed that there could be this place, the biggest catacomb in the world, and it didn't really have any bodies in it. It had more things with people living down there, and it was a city down there. Don't you find that incredible? People were living in it. Anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to let the pictures play out, and then leave your thoughts to what you think this all is. Because obviously they're going to link it to the Second World War and all this kind of stuff, and even the Cold War. And you know, the Cold War. They talk about this Cold War. In the Cold War, it's a video on Sun and Moon. Probably I put it back out a couple of months ago. And it was basically showing that while they're saying that there's a Cold War with Russia, the Americans were there putting a whole system of whatever it is, whatever they're going to say, satellite, whatever it is, system there. Obviously it took years to do, but by the whole time the whole world is in some kind of keep away from Russia, the Americans are putting this whole system in. Do you think they're going to go to war on somewhere they've made? They made Russia. So do you think they're going to go to war with it? It's all just ridiculous. But who made these tunnels? How could they do it? I find it quite amazing. Thousands of miles of tunnels to go into Europe. I think it's later on I show a picture of it going from Ukraine across into Europe. How could they do it? Seriously, thousands of miles, and they lived down there. Wow, well, at some point they lived down there. But anyway, let's play the video.
During World War II, the Romanians were allied with the Germans, and they attacked Odessa and took it over in 1941. The Soviets pulled out, but they actually left behind some secret, what you might call like special forces.
A group of Soviet secret police, a group of the Cheka from Moscow, and another group from the Odessa office are sent down into the catacombs.
At the head of these units were Majors Kuznetsov and Koloshin, and Pavel has discovered signs of their time here.
Kuznetsov and Koloshin. This group was exactly here. We found some bullets, some batteries for radio station, some guns as well. They were well trained and prepared to act as a partisan. So they had water, food, guns, explosives, mines, whatever they needed for a long time to stay here.
But they weren't prepared for the psychological challenge, the isolation, the darkness. You know, we hear about people on polar expeditions who really struggled. Imagine if you're down in a tunnel for 6 months without seeing the sun, maybe only able to light a candle once in a while. Some of the men turned violent, perhaps suicidal.
They also had to contend with the invaders using poison gas in the catacombs and sealing exits in an effort to trap and smoke out the rebels. Here, danger lurked around every corner.
Of course, partisans are always vulnerable. You know, it just takes one person spilling the secret.
Along with Kuznetsov is Yevgenia Semeryunik, and she is a traitor.
Semerunyik, a member of the surface team, betrayed her unit. She turned informer, telling the Romanian security forces everything she knew.
We don't know why she did this. She betrayed all of them. So first of all, they arrested all 13 people in the city, of course, and then they blocked all the exits for this underground team.
But Eugenia Semerunyuk's betrayals were eventually discovered by her compatriots.
So she is put on trial in a brief, informal people's trial and put up against the walls of the catacombs, and she's shot dead. But now, the two groups of communist partisans mistrust each other fatally.
They began to get insane. So they really got absolutely mad. After approximately 10 months, they began killing each other.
The two of them hunt each other in a silent vendetta. And in the end, none of the Soviet partisans emerges from the catacombs alive.
Having dispatched Kaloshin and his Moscow team, Kuznetsov had finally been killed by one of his own men. But declassified documents later revealed that one man did survive to tell the tale.
So he came to the security services of Soviet Army, and they came here, and so he showed them everything.
And so, the last living eyewitness to this horrific tragedy had been removed. It appears that the Soviets were not about to allow the reputations of their heroic resistance fighters to be tarnished by the realities of the story.
Because for propaganda, they needed absolutely different story. It may seem that